I think you're right, Mike. I think they're happy to see the clock continue to kick. Their offense, moved the ball a little bit there. They're happy their defense came up with the stops that last series and came up with some points. So it just gives you a little bit more of a comfort level and, heading into the fourth quarter, a little more confidence in putting in some of your backups.
And on 3rd and 7, kicked away by Clark Green. That will come down around the 40-yard line. Another bobble of the football at the 41. And it appears it's still going to be in the possession of the Forest City Thunderbirds, even with that bobble.
Yeah, Cameron Mullaby comes up with that one. Really, the two return men there wanting to get their hands on it. One of them has got to put their hand up or make the call to the other that this is my ball, and make sure the other guy gets off and he can actually move up and make a block for you. But both of them wanting the ball there, that's something that you want to clear up, in practice. Make sure you have the call, who's got it, be assertive in who's got it, make the catch. The other man can go make a block for you and maybe spring you. But, you shouldn't have two guys making a move for the ball.
Looks to be the final play of this third quarter for the Thunderbirds, and a running play up the middle on about the 3rd attempt. Running back gets about maybe 3 yards on that play, and that will bring it into the third quarter. Feisty move there by running back Cameron Willoughby. But we're through 3 quarters, and this is a one-sided football game as the Chatham-Kent Cougars, the Ontario Football Conference, handily lead here, a 27-point lead going into the fourth quarter, with the Forest City Thunderbirds having a rough night here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. And now the sun pretty much completely setting on this summer Sunday night. And they change sides in this football field. It's really a complete performance through 3 quarters here, Michael.
It certainly is. The coaching staff has got to be happy. As we mentioned earlier, the coaching staff wasn't exactly the happiest after last weekend's loss in Kitchener-Waterloo. The Cougars fumbled the ball a couple times inside the 20 of their opponent and didn't come away with a victory. And overall, they just weren't happy with their effort. And again, opening game of the season, you'd expect a better effort. So obviously that message got through during practice this week, and they got a good effort here tonight. And boy, that's a nice pop right there.
Big hit there by number 56, Josh Schoen, 5'9", 205 linebacker. And he had that in his sights the entire way.
Yeah, he just tattooed number 2 for Forest City, Jimmy Wiebe, who has played well here tonight for Forest City, but Wiebe just met Schoen, and Schoen won that battle for sure.
So that'll bring up 3rd down for the Forest City Thunderbirds, and once again, they are getting quite good at punting the football away here tonight, getting a lot of practice anyway.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can say for sure is, and that's, as tough as it is to be on the losing end of these kinds of games, you want the kids always to be working to improve. I mean, who knows in the next game that Forest City plays, maybe they have a crucial punt. You always want them trying to perfect whatever it is that they're doing. Special teams, always an important part of the game. And
always trying to look for the positives no matter what, right?
Yeah, that's right, exactly. And that's a good-looking punt right there.
That is a high kick. It comes down around the 40, and a penalty marker is down, and the Cougars still have it. Deep into London territory. They're going right towards the end zone. A great run. Finally brought down around the 30-yard line. What an amazing go at it there. Blaine Bayshard.
Beautiful run by Bayshard. Ooh. Great job, and some great blocks, too. Bayshard, there were a couple flags on that play. The original flag was a no yards flag because, of course, you've got to give 5 yards to the receiving team, whoever it is that's receiving the kick. And he caught that ball. It was a great kick from Forest City, nice and high, so the coverage shouldn't have had any problem there. But Bayshard got a couple of really nice blocks, and he used his blocks effectively, setting them up on the return. And so they're going to add 15 yards at the end of that run for unnecessary roughness. And that's a beautiful return there from Blaine Bayshard.
So the chains continue to move to our left, setting up some pretty sweet field position here for the Chatham-Kent Cougars, already up by 27.
And we've got Ryan Brook in the game now at quarterback. Again, as we mentioned, they wanted to get him some time. He only got 3 snaps in the first half, so he's in there now. Beautiful field position, got the ball. Looks to be at the 15-yard line for Forest City. And now it looks like we got I think we heard a timeout call here. Maybe it's Forest City calling timeout, perhaps.
Well, Ryan Brook, as you mentioned, Michael, getting a little bit of action in the second quarter. Did throw an interception, but really this is a chance for him just to do what he can, play his game, and there's really no pressure for him to really do some fancy stuff.
No, that's right. And it's a great chance for the coaching staff to work with him in these different types of positions, should he find himself there. Now, I don't know what in terms of his eligibility for future years, but this is what you want. It's a chance to groom somebody to be an effective player down the road.
Brook with the snap. He's got a little bit of pressure from the Forest City Thunderbirds, and he gets taken down, and that will be a fairly sizable loss as he gets taken down around the 25, it looks like.
Now, there was a flag on the play earlier on in the play, so we'll see what the flag was. But Ryan Brook trying to elude the rush and just not doing it. Now, you notice, he got slung around pretty good there. He is 6'3", but he's only listed at 150 pounds, so he's a little slight of frame. And if somebody gets a hand on him, it's not going to be too tough for them to drag him down.
13:09 to go in this fourth quarter.
Well,
and it's just a penalty against the Cougars.
Yeah, you're right. And Forest City's going to decline it. That's a smart move there, because instead of giving the Cougars 2 plays, 2 downs, with a chance to make up the yardage, they're only going to get 1 down here. And, of course, they lost some major yardage on that sack. So it's 2nd and 20 here. So we'll see if Ryan Brook gets a chance to put the ball in the air here.
From the 25-yard line. And now some movement. Looked to be quite early. There is a flag down. Pass is complete along the far side. Not a lot of yardage gain. And it looks like that flag is against the Cougars, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an offside, because it was thrown just as the ball was snapped. It looked like it was probably an offside. One of the receivers was a little too quick at the line, and that is a factor when you bring in a new quarterback. The timing is off a little bit. Of course, you have your receivers in motion, and they get used to a cadence from Zach Welton, who's the starting quarterback. You bring in your backup in Ryan Brook, and he's maybe got a little bit of a different cadence. Your timing is off a little bit, so that when he's ready to snap the ball, your receiver's already a half step over that line of scrimmage. So, and now that ball has been moved forward. So I'm at a loss. I guess it was against Forest City.
2nd down for the Cougars, and a handoff right up the middle. It'll be 5 yards of positive yardage, which will make the field goal attempt even easier for Clark Green.
Yep, the ball in the middle of the field, so should be an easy chip shot here.
3rd down, 11. Green will try and make this a 30-point lead for the Cougars as the time ticks down on this football game. Still 12 minutes to go.
Looks to be about maybe about a 20-yard kick.
Kick is up, and the kick is wide right. And will they run it out of the end zone? Looks like they will. Hard to see from that vantage point. Could be close.
Well, and we've got another flag on the field after the whistle.
A lot of after the whistle stuff here this football game. A lot of flags right from the start of this game.
I'm sure Clark Green not happy with that kick. It looked like he was trying to get it up, and it looked like there might have been some pressure up the middle, and pushed it to the right, wide right, a la Scott Norwood. So that's against the Cougars.
So it remains 30-3. Cougars over the Thunderbirds. Just under 12 minutes to go. 11:50 left on the score clock. You're on this summery Sunday night.
Oh, you couldn't ask for a better night either. Just a little bit of a breeze. Relatively no humidity out here. It's just a nice, quiet, still night.
Beautiful night at the stadium. Thunderbirds now with the ball, and a lot of pressure for the Thunderbirds to deal with, and the quarterback goes down. Good pressure by the Chatham-Kent Cougars. Even though they're up by 27, they're not relenting.
Yeah, it looked like Connor Martin got around the feet of the quarterback there, and then it was Evan Vaughn that came in to clean it up.
Penalty marker is down at around the 34-yard line.
Evan Vaughn has worked his way up through the Cougar system. Actually had a chance to coach him in Pee Wee, and which, you know, all of the different levels have been renamed now, so that's actually considered junior. So he was a junior defensive back, and another one of the defensive backs has worked his way up to this level is Eric Frappier, who's up here with the senior team. So it's always fun to see the graduating players, you know, work their way up through the Cougar system. It's fun to watch them grow and get to this level of football.
Quarterback's pass is up and right through the hands of the receiver. Looked like that was Jimmy Wiebe doing the throwing there, if my eyes did not deceive me. Second down and 5 coming up here, 11:22 in this fourth quarter. Shotgun formation here for the Thunderbirds. Another flag is down.
Let's say 2 flags. I really wish we had been counting now, to be honest.
We're probably in the vicinity of 30 flags.
I would say at
30.
least. I would say at least 30 flags
Is that the over-under?
have hit the ground tonight. At least 30.
Making the flow of the football game less than stellar.
We are not exaggerating the number of flags.
We'll have Jeff run us the tape back after.
It will be somebody's job to count the number of flags that are thrown in this game.
Penalty is declined.
I nominate D.
D. Merkus will be the flag counter.
She hasn't spent enough hours at the stadium today. We will force her to stay after the game to count the number of flags. Thank you very much for your help, D, tonight. As she scratches her face with one of the digits that we won't mention.
She really is a nice woman, though. Very caring.
Yeah. She treats us well.
Can you tell it's a 30-3 football game up here in the broadcast booth?
I believe so, yes.
No. Timeout is called right before the snap. And timeout, the Chatham-Kent Cougars just calling that before the snap.
That must have been something on defense, perhaps, that the Cougars, they maybe didn't have the right alignment that they wanted. Or they might have even been short, maybe, it's somebody.
For the Cougars over the Thunderbirds. Wiebe back to pass once again, and that pass a little too wild.
Just rifling that ball into the corner of the end zone, and that was a great catch by Trevor Fries, number 9. Keeping his feet inbounds, got both feet down.
Wiebe once again, he rolls to his right. Now he goes down, a huge loss. And taking him down, Lee Purnell.